Good morning guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hey, I'm Chantal, I am a watercolor artist and illustrator, and at the moment I am taking you guys along the journey of writing and illustrating my first children's book. But today we are doing the most epic studio makeover. I get so many compliments on how beautiful my studio is, and I am very grateful to live on a little island and have this beautiful studio that I can work in. But today we are changing things around because it has been stagnant way too long and stuff has just collected in little corners of the room that I want to get rid of, I want to change, I need to breathe. You know what I mean? So before I start the fourth page of my children's book, I'm going to have a little studio makeover. What some of you guys might not know is that I actually opened my own little art gallery at 20 years old without any experience or doing any sort of art practice at all. And that was about 2.5 years ago. And what my gallery is today was not what she was back then. A lot has changed. I've grown a lot. So my studio and thinking it just appeared like this is not the case. It's taken me years to get to having a nice studio and like a nice operating studio. Over on my Instagram, I asked you guys to ask me anything and I would answer in this Q&A. So we're going to dive straight into your most asked questions. Now, while I clean out the mess of my oil painting stand, I'm going to answer my first question, which is, how long have you been painting? And I think the answer is going to surprise a lot of you guys. I would say that I'm a very creative person and I'm a very hardworking person. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm a prodigy artist or I have insane art skills. Those skills are something that I have developed over the last few years. I only started painting full-time when I opened my gallery, which was in February 2022. So it's only been 2.5 years that I've been painting consistently, and I found my art style in 2023 in April. So in 2022, when it was the first year of opening my little art studio, I taught myself the basics of proportion and anatomy and design elements so I could really build a foundation of art practices. And then in the second year, I kind of really developed my art style. Prior to 2022, I did not practice art and I knew nothing about anatomy or the design elements, and the only art that I really would create was the 12 little postcards for my calendars each year. But other than that, I wasn't an art girl, so I took a complete 180 on my life. And I think it really goes to show how much you can achieve in a short time if you really put your mind to it. Now, this is what I like to call Devil's Corner in my art studio because it is where everything collects, and if something doesn't have a place, I put it under this desk. So while we clean it out and reorganize it, I'm going to answer my second question, and this is a very popular question I get, is where do I get inspiration from, and where do my ideas come, and what is the deeper meaning behind my work? So I was very lucky to have a beautiful childhood. Growing up on Kangaroo Island, I was always surrounded by nature and wildlife and long beach walks and magical gardens, and it's those simple moments and memories that inspire my subject matter. However, the meaning behind my work runs much deeper than this surface level, because I really believe that when we were children, we were our most authentic selves. We chased what we loved, we were unapologetically ourselves, and we were least influenced by those around us. And I also believe we can give back and make the biggest impact in the world when we are our most authentic selves. So this is why a lot of my art inspires the viewer to chase their dreams, and there's so many themes of nostalgia and fantastical elements which are inspired by my own childhood. The stories, the books, the toys, the mythical creatures that I believed in. And I think connecting back to those elements in our childhood is going to re-inspire our most authentic self to come forward. Hey guys, do I squat here? Yes. I'm feeling way too ambitious today that I've decided to repaint my white table here because it's just not giving. Wait, do I really need to do it? Yes, I should. I should repaint it. I think I might. I don't know. We're going to decide in a minute. You cannot see the big mess of pile down there, and there's a big mess of pile over there. Yeah, I'm getting through it. making some progress. But yeah, I'm feeling ambitious and I think I might paint my table, but I don't know yet. As I repaint my desk, I am going to answer my third and fourth question because they kind of go together. What made you have a passion for painting, and how does it feel when you are painting and creating? Firstly, I've always had a passion for creating and storytelling, and I really wanted to inspire people to chase their dreams or to make a difference in their own life, or I don't know, I always had ever since I was a little girl, I knew that I wanted to inspire people and I wanted to inspire them to make a difference in their own life or to chase their dreams in any way, shape or form. That was my biggest dream myself. And creating art and storytelling has just become my medium to do so. And I think in another life or in another universe, I could have chosen writing, or I could have been doing filmmaking. I mean, both of those aspects actually filter in my work quite a lot. But perhaps in a different life, I would have been doing dance, or, I always knew that I wanted to inspire other people to chase their dreams. And yeah, I don't know where it came from, that desire or that dream, but I've always kind of had it. And when I was like 10 or 11, I wrote in my little diary that I wanted to be a famous artist or writer to change other people's lives. Yeah. A few days ago, I got a very special package in the mail from Magic Mind, and I'm super keen to try it out. Magic Mind is the world's first mental performance shop. Made from real ingredients like ceremonial matcha and turmeric, Magic Mind's mission is to reduce stress and increase focus and clarity throughout the day. I'm someone who's super picky about their drinks and what is going into their body, but when I read through the ingredients list, I was like, there's no nasties. There is matcha as well, and if you know me, you know I'm a matcha girly. I am also an anxious girly, and any type of caffeine that I ingest, I instantly get a little bit anxiety, a little bit of the jitters. So when I saw that this is going to give me an energy boost, crushes procrastination, and gives me mental clarity without those symptoms, I was like, I'm here, you've got me. So I gave it a try for the last 4 days, I reckon, and they actually say you should try it out for 7 days straight to see your differences in your mental mood. And I was like, I don't need 7 days, guys. I took one shot and I'm like, oh my God, what is the magic potion in this? Especially when I'm working on my huge, big watercolor pieces for my children's book, I get distracted so easily. I'm like, I need to check my emails. I need to reply to that message on social media. Oh wait, hang on, Chantal, that's a really good project. We should research it all now. No, Chantal, you were meant to be working on your children's book for 3 hours. Did I do that? No, I get distracted so easily. So I took one of these shots, and let me tell you, I noticed a big difference. And I don't say that lightly. If you guys would like to try it out for yourselves, if you want a procrastination annihilated in your life, I 100% recommend Magic Mind. I have linked it in my description if you would like to try it out for yourself. Hey guys, we are actually making really good progress, and this is like the time in the day where I would be dead tired. I would be exhausted, been doing a lot of like backwards and forwards, and it's really exhausting, especially when you're working like in full sun. Now it's cloudy, which is better, but I'm actually feeling quite energized, not like full on energy, but I'm not exhausted, and I'm going at a pretty good pace. I think I'm about halfway. As you can see, I've kind of finished the first half of the room here. Now all the shit's behind me. I have to empty a lot of rubbish out, and then I can see what is left that I need to put somewhere. So that's what we're going to do. The next question I have is a very difficult question to answer. And the question is, how do I gain confidence in sharing my art when there are people doubting me? And the person who wrote this question saying that people are telling them not to do art or to share their work. Girl, I feel your pain. Let me tell you a little story about why you should never listen to anyone. When I used to work in the hospitality industry. I used to have my calendars up on the bench, and when people used to ask me, oh my god, what are you doing, or what do you hope to study next year, because I was on my gap year, I would say, oh, you know what, I really want to go and study art and philosophy, and like, this is my work right here. And people used to say to me, girl, you do not need to go to university, your art is stunning, you don't need to do that, you can just do art on your own. So that's what I did. And then 2 years later, when I opened my own little art gallery at 20, I had people coming in and saying to me that I would never make it because I had not attended university, and that I should go to art university or art college to learn the proper skills and have the proper foundation with the proper connections. And I was just like, y'all told me a few years ago that that's not what I should do. So the moral of the story is that no matter what you do, people will be unhappy and have something to say about it. You can never please anyone but yourself. So you should go and post your art online and pursue your dreams no matter what people say, because they're always going to say something, if you do or if you don't. Now, in terms of gaining more confidence in being able to do that, you first have to be confident in yourself. And I was the most antisocial, social anxiety, unconfident person ever during high school. And the way that I gained more confidence in myself and got to the stage where I could talk straight to the camera and even post on YouTube is that I started somewhere. I started posting little TikToks of just, time lapses, and then gradually over the months I started talking, and then I moved over to YouTube, and that really grew my confidence. But without starting somewhere, I would never have the confidence I do now. So take the risk and push yourself into situations that can make you feel very uncomfortable, because you'll look back in a few months' time and be very comfortable to do those things that once made you uncomfortable. Hey guys, it is 3 o'clock. I have been working non-stop with no breaks for the last 6 hours, and I've been focused the whole time. That's kind of crazy because I usually take breaks, and cleaning a studio is full on. It's mentally exhausting, especially when it's your studio, because you have to find stuff, chuck stuff out, reorganize. Oh man, whew. But I still have energy, which is crazy because last time I cleaned my studio, I was dead 3 hours in. The very last thing I have to do today is clean this desk in front of me and the drawers, and then I've finished. And my gallery has never been so well organized. I chucked so much shit out today, and there's nowhere that shit can now accumulate. Maybe underneath that desk. But I think I'm on a winner with this setup. Yeah, very proud of myself. I'm going to clean my desk, and then when the sun is out on Tuesday, when I come in next week, I'm going to give you guys a tour of everything. Let's go. I got so many questions about illustrating and writing my children's book, so I'm going to make a separate in-depth video answering all your juicy questions about my children's book, because it deserves its own video. So if you have any, leave them in the comments below. Hey guys, I have just finished organising and cleaning everything. I think I took quite a lot of stuff to the rubbish bin. Cleaned my devil's corner that was hiding all the rubbish, that corner you store everything. And I vacuumed and I swept everything. Put a new table at the front where I can organise all my products that I get in. Cleaned my desk. Everything flows so much better. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys a studio gallery tour when I come in early next week when the sunshine is at its best. But for now, I am going to pack up and I'm going to go home. Bye guys.